Hi everyone and welcome back to VFX Vibe once again. So before starting anything, today there won't be any face video as I am facing some problem in my camera. So please be with me. By end of this video, you will be able to understand what USD workflow looks like inside Nuke 17, import and visualize USD assets properly, work with the new material system, assign and tweak materials inside Nuke, and build a simple look dev setup using USD and materials. So before starting anything, let's understand what exactly USD is. So USD is no longer just a buzzword. It's becoming the backbone of modern VFX pipeline. And with Nuke 17, Foundry has taken a big step forward by introducing a more powerful USD workflow along with a new material system. So in this video, we are going to explore how all of this actually works practically. Now question is, what is USD? Before jumping into Nuke, let's quickly understand USD. USD stands for Universal Scene Description. Think of it like a smart container that holds geometry, materials, lighting, and hierarchies. And the best part, it's non-destructive and layered. Instead of breaking things, you stack changes. In production, USD allows multiple departments to work on the same asset without stepping on each other's toes. Now let's start some practical work, right? So to import any USD file in Nuke, you have to take a node called geo import. Just simple. Geo import you will find over here in new 3D system, and you will have geo import over here, right? So once geo import is in your scene, you have to go to files and you have to pick what kind of geo import you want. So I'm going to select robot version 4 USDC file and I'll keep open. As soon as I'm going to hit open, you will have everything in hierarchy. Whatever things I'm having, you will have in hierarchy. So one tip, if you are getting hierarchy like this, you have to hold shift and just click on root, and after that don't hold shift and just click over here and you'll have everything. So in this USD file, I'm having my camera, I'm having my torso, I'm having my leg, I'm having my floor, I'm having my hand and material as well. For in this case, I'm not going to use this material, I'm going to show material in a different way. So once you are satisfied with this, and you have to hit OK, and I'm going to view from it. So as soon as I'm going to view from it, you will be able to see my all 3D asset are here, and also my camera is over here. Can you see that? And I don't have any kind of material right now, but I'll show you how to use materials. If I have to set up my 3D scene, I'll go and I'll take a scene node, and which will be not classic, which will be geo scene, and I'm going to connect my geo scene with over here. And also if I want to extract my camera, there is a simple way. I'm going to take camera. To extract your camera, this is pretty simple. I have to go to scene and I have to connect this scene to my geo import USD file. And what I will do, I will just go over here, and in camera I am having source prim. So you have to keep it in mind that source prim is something whatever we are having inside my geo scene graph, we call it prim, right? So I'll go over here in camera, let me put one over here, and I have to select source prim. I'll click on this icon and automatically you will have robot version 3 camera. I'm going to select it, I'm going to hit OK. So automatically you will see my camera is replaced and I'm having my scene camera. This scene is exported from Maya, and I'll connect my camera over here in scene. Also, I'm going to take a node called scanline render, and I'm not going to use classic, I'm going to use new one. If you are going to take classic one, it won't connect like this. Can you see? So you have to keep it in mind. Also, classic will be in green color and new 3D system will be in red color. So I'm going to connect my scene over here and also my camera over here. So if I'm going to see through my camera like this, and if I'm going to hit tab, you will have something like this, right? So I'm not having any kind of texture. It's coming red because I don't applied any kind of texture. Before starting this thing, I'm going over here in my project setting and I'll definitely select HD format. You can select whatever you want. right? Let's introduce material system inside Nuke, and you guys are having a new material system which we call material X standard surface. Yes, you heard it right. In Arnold renderer Maya, we are having AI standard surface, and now inside Nuke, the same standard surface we are having. This is the biggest update Foundry has done. So I'm going to take this thing, and you will see I'm having my base color, I'm having my spec roughness, I'm having my metal, I'm having my normal, also I'm having my emission, and so on and so forth. So now over here directly we are going to apply any kind of material. So let me bring all my textures. I'll show you how to use it. If you can see over here, I am having multiple textures, like I'm having my hands metallic, I'm having my robot hand roughness, I'm having my ambient occlusion, I'm having my base color, I'm having my normals, and also I'm having my emissive materials. So let's start one by one. So as you know that I always use ambient occlusion with my base color. So how to do that? So as you can see over here, I'm having my ambient occlusion, but it's in red because it's a single layered information. So I'm going to take a node called shuffle, and in shuffle I'm going to use every channel as red. So that will be my ambient occlusion, and ambient occlusion always have to multiply. So I'm going to multiply my ambient occlusion with my base color. So this will be my base color now. So in texture, I'm having a input of base color. So I'm going to connect my base color to base color. How to apply this thing? So directly I cannot apply. So I have to use a node called geo bind something. So geo bind material, I have to use geo bind material, and also I'm going to connect this thing with my mesh or USD file, and material will go over here. So as soon as I'm going to connect this, and let's see what I'm getting. So as soon as you can see over here, I'm having my texture on every single part, but I don't want. So if you can see over here, it's of hand base color. So how to fix that? Pretty simple. In USD format, you have to go to geobind material, and over here I'm having default, right? So I'm going to click this thing, and over here I have to select which part I want my texture to be applied. So hold down shift, click once, and this will be my hand. So I'm going to select this thing and hit OK. So what will happen? Your texture will apply only on hands. Can you see that? And if I'm going to render it from my scanline render, so again this won't come because this is a problem I am facing. So what I have to do, just go have to camera, and again I have to select this, and same way I have to select this. This is the problem which I am facing right now. Also you won't be able to see any texture because it's coming black, because in my scene I don't have any kind of light. So I'll go over here, and in 3D I'll take a light, and probably I will use might be point light. So I'll connect my point light just for now, and let's go in 3D scene, and let's make it something like this, and probably I will increase intensity or exposure by 10 might be, or 10 is too much I think, but let's see what I am having. So right now you can easily see I am having my textures applied on my hands, right? Like this. Although I'm having very crooked edges, but I will fix it later. Let's connect my other inputs, like I'm having my normals. So in normals, just you have to pay attention over here. So I'm going to connect my normal, like this is my normal, and I'm going to connect my normal. So you can see my details are changed now, and after normal I am having my roughness, and also I'm having my metallic. So I'm not going to directly connect my metallic like this. So I'll take shuffle node, and in shuffle I'm going to connect same way. I'm going to connect entire thing with all my channels, and this will be my metallic, and I'm going to connect my metal to my metal, this thing, and also I'm going to see through here, and you will be able to see now I'm having my changes. So if I'm going to disable this, can you see I'm having my metal values? Also I'm having roughness, so I'll use spec roughness, or if I can show it to you, let me fix this thing. I'm having multiple inputs over here as well. So I'll show you later on. But right now I'm going to use my roughness as a spec roughness for now. If needed, I can change it. The same way, I'm going to connect my shuffle. Control C, Control V. I'll connect this. So this will be a single channeled information. And also I will go and I will connect my specular roughness to my this thing. Correct. So also I am having my specular roughness. Apart from that, I am having a texture of emissive color. So as soon as I'm going to connect this, let me show it to you. I'm having another input of emissive. So let's connect my emissive and I'll show you how emissive will work. So let's connect my emissive. Now let's tweak emissive for a bit. So if I'm going to double click on emissive or standard surface, I'll have a emission pass. So emission is 0. That's why I'm not able to see anything. So let's quickly add 1. And if you can see, I'm having some emissive. Like if I'll put 0, I'm having nothing. But if I'll put 1, I'm activating my emissive. So if you want to increase intensity, let's go and let's probably hit 5. So it will be more intense. So this is something I am having. And also if I'm going to see, I'm having my specular. Also I'm having multiple inputs you will have. Like let me do this. So if I'm going to connect my specular over here and might be you'll see I'm having my coat. So multiple sheen, everything you will have inside this thing. So this is something I am very excited to use this thing. Might be I can just take a backdrop and I'll call it like hands. So let me connect my other textures same way and I'll come back once this is done. Okay, so now if I'm going to show you, my entire setup is ready. Can you see that thing? I'm having all my textures of all different parts. So if I have to show you, so I'm having my hands, I'm having my legs, I'm having my torso, I'm having my floor. So if I have to show you one by one, so let me switch off everything by hitting D on keyboard. Nothing is textured. If I'm going to switch on this, my hands are coming, my legs are coming, my torso is coming, and also if I'm going to switch on this, my ground is coming. So this is something very important. And if I have to suppose that I have to decrease emissive of this thing, so I'll go to my torso and over here I'm going to decrease my emission. So if I'm going to put 0, it will be like this. And if I'm going to put 2 or 3, might be I can enable it. Okay, so one more thing I can do, I can add some reflections with the help of environment light. So environment light is very important. So I'll show you how we can use environment light. To use environment light, I'm going to take a node called environment light. So that will be my environment light. And in environment light, I have to add a map. That will be your HDRI images, right? So let me bring that thing. So I am having my this HDRI. I want to use it. So simple, I have to connect this thing to my map. And also I have to take my 3D setups like this, Control C, Control V. And also same thing, I have to connect this to my camera to my scene, which will be this. So I don't have to take another USD, and also this will connect over here. So if I'm going to see my scan, nothing will come because I have to do few things. So what I have to do, I have to apply something on my mesh. So first thing first, what I have to do, I have to connect my mesh, which is my USD file, to my scene like this, and also I have to connect one material. So this material will be my reflective surface. And I will same way I will take a node called geo bind material and I'll connect this. I'll connect this thing and I'll connect my material over here, right? And if I'm going to see through my scan line, if you can easily see, I am having my reflections like this, but also this is crooked. So what I will do, it's a pretty easy fix. I'll go over here and in camera samples, might be I'll use 4 2x2. So if you can see, my this thing is all done. And if I have to use this thing, definitely I will take a merge node and I will connect this reflection, and separately I can use it on plus blending mode like this. And also I will reduce it. So what will happen? I can control my reflections inside Nuke as well. So if you can see over here, I am having my reflections as well. And if I'm going to enable disable it, can you see how my reflections are working pretty fine? Can you see that? And also if needed, I will go to my this scanline render, and if you can see its lines are crooked, I can increase the samples, might be 3 by 3, so it will be fixed like this. Can you see? So this is something you have inside your Nuke. Although I am facing some problem, one problem is like fireflies. I'm still figuring it out how to fix these fireflies. I increase samples, but it's not going. Hopefully somebody from Foundry is seeing it, and definitely he or she can give us a solution. But to be very frank, it's pretty simple and very useful material inside Nuke, because I am using my Arnold material AI standard surface inside my Nuke itself. Just for example, I did some experiments and I added a background, same background. What I did, I just rendered this thing from camera and I used it as a background like this, and it's pretty simple. Again, it's not fancy. I did basic experiment, and if you can see, I'm having my look dev, little bit of look dev inside Nuke itself. I don't have to go in Maya and do the experiments. So I hope you have learned something new today, and this is just a basic experiment on USD and material. I hope that's it for today's video, and let's quickly recap what we covered in this video. So we covered what USD is and why it matters, how USD works inside Nuke 17, how to import and explore USD scenes, how to use new material system inside Nuke 17, and how to create and assign materials. And also we have learned how to build a simple look dev workflow. So now you are not just using Nuke, you are using it like a modern pipeline tool. So if you found this video useful, make sure to like, share and subscribe to VFX Vibe, and let me know in the comments, do you want a deeper video on USD lighting and rendering? I will love to do that. So that's it for today's video, and this is VFX Vibe signing off. Have a good day.